Let's figure it out.
I mean, men are finished.
Hello, GG. GG. Oh, the perfect performance of game skip by Mark. So, are you guys happy with your performances?
All right, I would say.
I think spending 15 minutes to get one pair of boots was kind of optimal.
Yeah, the boot luck is just really bad.
All going is going. Imek, go now.
Go?
I guess so, yes.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Menu and
Now
Mark
you're a
for
bit
playing
behind
through the
because
entirety
All
of the
Going
two
was
games.
quicker. So it's fair.
Go.
I was naked on stream, you missed it.
Go, Imek.
Oh, damn.
I'm going.
Okay, thank you. In the meantime, we can continue to interview Menno and Mark while they are looking at Storybook because nothing is happening. Mark, how bullshit is GBC?
There was nothing about the starry sky that night
From
to suggest
1
that strange
to 10,
and
it's about on
mysterious
1
things
GBC.
would soon be happening. As
Yeah,
unsuspecting
I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly. That's the point, right?
huge
Like,
motorbike
come on.
giant
What was that?
drove down from the
I crashed like so many times, and it wasn't even like fast crashes. It was like slow crashes. I got to level 13 once. It's so insane. How much does one have to work in this economy to get one pair of boots? Like we're getting back to 7th century. Like, come on.
For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his
Yeah,
dreadful
I
stepmother
concur.
Dursleys.
It was a little bit bullshit.
Until that fateful day,
But still,
when he
GG's
received the
on
letter
both of your runs.
inviting
It
him to
was
attend
lovely to see.
Hogwarts School of
Yeah,
Magic.
Mark,
Top
I was a big fan of your 1 GBA skip.
To purchase a
It
most
was
unusual list
it was
of
mwah,
school
top
supplies.
notch.
Actually, I think it was a world record. However, unfortunately, I didn't press start record, so I hope it was captured on stream so we can submit it.
Now you see.
That's okay. We'll just take your word for it, and
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just gonna put in claimed in the
Do you
description.
remember?
Yeah, it was wait.
One,
Wait,
yes, one. Do
wait,
you remember
I
when
need
that
to
was?
check if I read leaderboards to make my line believable.
And Slytherin will help you on your way
Do you remember when there was a guy on one PS1 who had a hundo time in the leaderboard with absolutely no proof of it other than like a screenshot of his save file?
Yeah, I mean
Oh, wow.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I think no. I know my time was 1:51:45.
Oh, damn! What a time! GG. All right. Well, that being said, we're gonna have to focus on the PS1 run. So thank you two for running. Let's experience the greatness that is HP1 PS1.
Oh, yeah.
GG's, guys.
GG,
And good
thank
luck.
you. Have a good
All
one.
right, there we go. I yeeted them away. I mean, the powers of Olympus took them. So this is one PS1. What is arguably one of our greatest speedruns that is not a PC game. A lot of people genuinely like this run. One, because the game is very fun. Two, because the skips are very entertaining. And three, because, well, you know, it's one PS1. It's fucking hilarious. Like, look at that student. It looks like an alien had like a thing to do with his face, and that's Ron, I believe.
And also, this was the HP game for a lot of people's childhoods, considering it sold about 8 million copies.
Yeah, this is the single most sold, the best sold HP game up until Hogwarts Legacy came out, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is pretty great. It's also like surprisingly accessible speedrun wise. Like they allow emulators and stuff.
Because most emulators either aren't as fast as real hardware or they are on par, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, one PS1 has a few weird tricks that we won't get to see because they are running no major glitches. So we are going to see a lot more of the game than you usually see when you go into someone running the game, which is rare, and they are doing any or hundo because they skip a couple of things.
Yeah, a cool thing about like the little platforming that's going on, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but one PS1 actually does not have a jump button.
No, it does not.
So a lot of these jumps are gonna be like precisely angled to like kind of like try to skip a ledge grab like Imek did just there.
This works more or less like the old Zelda games,
Yeah.
before Breath of the Wild, of course, and Tears of the Kingdom as well, where if you run into a ledge, the game just auto jumps for you. But of course, if you angle yourself properly, you can sometimes get Harry's feet to clip through on top of well his blobs at the bottom of his legs to clip just above the blocks he's trying to jump to, so he doesn't actually grab the ledge. Otherwise, most of the times he will just grab a ledge and it loses a bunch of time. Speaking of losing a bunch of time,
Imek is currently behind.
Imek is currently behind. I think it's a little bit fair, considering that Menno has finished his run.
Yeah,
along
Menno
with
should
all
realistically, the team on the right should be at least like, I don't want to say a big word, but at least 10 minutes ahead.
I wouldn't say 10, I would say at least 5.
At least 5, yeah.
At least 5. But it kind of worked out in the end because our host told both runners to start running at the same time, but Imek was distracted. So
Imek was the Pegacopter.
he accidentally gave himself like at least 30 seconds of delay compared to the team on the right hand side, the hurry up thingies.
Now, I'm not particularly familiar with Solo Gone, but I can speak about Imek. Imek is really good at learning a game really quickly and then getting on like a relatively high like skill level at it, right? Like he's able to get like pretty decent in games, and this one is actually one that he has practiced a lot. I remember when he learned NMS and when he like practiced for the Great Labor to Bob Nixon and whatnot. But even recently, like he's been playing this game a lot, so he has put a lot of practice and knows what he's doing. So we're gonna be seeing like because Imek is not the type of runner that gets satisfied easily with stuff, so we might be looking at a relatively high skill ceiling
I can never
game here.
manage to satisfy him. I mean, what? Anyway, Solgun is a French speedrunner who we have been reliably informed. He's not around a lot in the community, I guess, and a lot of people know him because he doesn't really speak English, which is one of the biggest impediments to getting really stuck into a community, I find these days, are that, well, almost all of our resources are in English. I'm a Portuguese guy. I'm talking to a fake Portuguese, real Bulgarian guy.
What do you mean fake? Fake.
No, you're
Obrigado.
also a Portuguese guy.
Spaghetti.
Yes, spaghetti. famous,
Portugalia.
famous Portuguese bread.
Yeah.
But we're talking in English. Everything is in English. Solgon has that language barrier impediment, but
Which is absolutely fine. Yeah.
but he has only run really HP1, PS1 as far as HP games are concerned. He's also quite a good speedrunner in, I believe, Toy Story 2 and some other game that I've forgotten about.
Great game, Toy Story 2.
And we couldn't have asked for two better runners to go up against each other in any percent major skips in one PS1 because their PBs are currently 14 seconds apart.
Oh damn, that is not a lot. That's
No,
wow.
not at all.
That basically means that they have both.
If they both play to their PB pace, Imek would still be behind by a few seconds because of he started later.
Yeah, that is fascinating. It looks like Imek is still relatively like he's a little bit behind, like a couple of these like wraps around.
On my whistle.
Yeah. Oh, Solgan missed the ring. Hate to see that. You want to get all these rings because it just ends the timer faster.
Yeah.
The last ones can be a bit tricky if you're not used to it. Definitely not the easiest.
Oh damn, Imek missed one as well.
Well,
I told him not to do that when we spent time in my bedroom yesterday, but he's like, "Nah, I got this, brother." And like, come on, Kekmek, you got this.
yeah, he's not gonna get there, is he?
Yeah.
He's not gonna get all of them.
Ooh, it looks like he's wiggling around a lot.
A bit of time. Yeah, he's gonna lose a bit of time, unfortunately. Still trying, bless him. No, it's gone.
Well done.
Oof.
A good score, 5
Good
points.
Now run along.
House points don't really matter in this game, by the way. If anyone is like, oh, I need to get all the house points and I can't lose any. Dumbledore just rigs it anyways at the end, and you always win. It's not like one GBC where you can actually lose the House Cup.
Damn, so it's
Or-
like the
or-
opposite of real life, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, depends. If you're rich enough, you also get the same thing as what happens in this game, where someone rigs it for you.
I see.
And of course, the rich kid in the school.
Yeah, spell learning in this game. Do you want to quickly explain how it works? There's this dot that you have to like press the buttons in when it like gets there.
Basically, you just have to match the time. When the dot moves over the correct button, you press the button and it works. And you need to get that pattern 3 times in a row. Twice. So we got the first one then, this was the second one, and now Flitwick is just gone. Goodbye.
Gotcha. Damn. In the PC version, we just performed the Wingardium multitask, and we don't like bother with this stuff. But yeah, as you can see, Imek is basically one spell learning behind. Oh, someone be rooming outside. Holy shit! Fuck. They found me. Henrik entertained them for a second.
I have the same issue because my bedroom is facing a massive avenue where I live, so I always have the issue of occasionally there's also people rooming. But yes, Sorgon is now out of Wingardium. He's going to receive a letter from Hagrid inviting him to meet him in the castle grounds to have a chat, which would be something that Harry would already be doing because he will have herbology class next. So he'd already go to the grounds. The letter from Hagrid is a little Pepe what the fuck. And in the meantime, Imek is currently finishing up the Wingardium room as well.
Wait, so did I read that letter right? Did Hagrid just invite a 10-year-old in his house?
No, he's an 11-year-old.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Clearly different. Okay.
That's exactly what happened. So, this is a cool one. Do you want to see Malfoy get yeeted?
Yes. Badly.
3, 2, 1. Malfoy gets yeeted.
Oh, damn. So what happened there? The entire fight was skipped pretty much?
No.
Oh.
Not at all. This is intended. That's a cutscene.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't know why that is a cutscene. It's really fucking funny. That's a cutscene. So now they are fighting with Wizard Crackers. They basically need to pick up what Malfoy throws and throw it back at him. Weird boss fights, but it's fine.
It's fascinating to see, like, all of these. Sorry, I'm interrupting. All of these different developers of these games from back in the day. They basically had like the same instructions for like what should and shouldn't be in the game, like idea-wise.
Sorry.
That's fine. But yeah, they ended up like making completely different products. But then there's like also similar mechanics like this one that are present in
the
most.
PC version. You get a very similar boss fight. That is unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on who you ask, skipped in the speedrun.
Yeah.
It's very similar. And these mechanics will come back tomorrow when we take a look at 3 PC.
Yeah, that's true. Fascinating game. I should learn that.
I didn't say it, you did. So, so now we get a little bit of comedy. Oh no, one of them's going the wrong way. Oh, now it's back. Oh, that cheeky bugger who confused the wrong way.
You know, that's actually funny. Like, not gonna lie, that's like... I love that it dragged on for an unnecessary amount of time, right? Like, that just added to the comedy.
If he immediately turned around after going the wrong way for a second, it wouldn't have been funny.
Yeah.
You would have thought, oh, it bugged out and he's trying to pathfind. But the fact that it drags on and on and on, it's so good. In the meantime, here comes Wriggledor to give a bunch of points to people.
Yeah, Imek's approach for this fight seems to be a little bit different.
Yeah, Sorgon tends to hang around very close to Malfoy, and Imek's now lost a ton of health because he got hit multiple times. I don't believe Sorgon has been hit once in the entire fight.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's time to hang out with Hagrid.
It's time to hang out with the mountain himself. Look
So
at it.
this
Beautiful.
category does not perform the fire seed skip.
The house point hourglasses
No, it
are
does not.
slowly filling up.
Fire Seed Skip's a weird little trick that requires a bunch of very, very, very precise inputs. Almost frame perfect inputs sometimes. And it skips a whole level of the game that is quite a bit long, and it by skipping that level you actually sequence break, so you get into a part of the castle earlier than you should, so it messes up with a bit of the scripting. You end up skipping later levels down the line. It's really weird, messes up the entire game.
What other major skips are majorly skipped in this category?
That's a good idea. Entertain the people while I research that.
Okay. All right. Entertain. All right, here we go. So as you can see, Hagrid is raving at Harry, while the other Harry on screen is performing yet another rhythm minigame with a suspiciously dressed in green woman who
Okay,
is
I have
waving
the-
a. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, the other things that that are banned in this category, some of them are just direct repercussions of the fire seed skip and that sequence break. But you also have an important thing called Quidditch abuse. Do you know what Quidditch abuse is?
It's what Quidditch does to me in HP1 PC.
Yes. Quidditch abuse, as Portal said, that's exactly what it does. No, for some reason, you have a thing called playing Quidditch in the main menu, in case you just want to play a spot of Quidditch. It's tied to your save file, so it only unlocks after you unlock Quidditch proper, in the game proper. This also happens in one PC, if I recall correctly, where you can just play Quidditch off the main menu. Though barely anyone ever does it, because it's not that interesting. Basically, because it's tied to your main save file, for some reason, if you play 2 matches of Quidditch in a row there, because one of those matches is supposed to be played in the story a lot later, if you don't quit out of your save file and you immediately go back into the game, it just skips a whole bunch of things and it opens doors that shouldn't be open.
Wait, so it's a discount Quidditch warp?
It's a discount Quidditch warp.
Damn.
The PS1 version of a Quidditch warp. And I'm currently being called up, so you have to entertain the people for a while longer.
All right. So there looks to be a gargoyle, which he got yeeted in the air. And then the lock disappeared. There you go. So if you ever want the lock to your boss's chambers to disappear, you just gotta lift their gargoyle and just put it on the pillar that's like close to that door, and then you can reveal all your boss's secrets. But yeah, Sologon has entered this next level, which has lava in it. And oh, there we go. Struggles a little bit with that ledge grab. Been there, done that. And Imek is actually not that far behind anymore. He is starting the gargoyle fight now. He's basically 1 gargoyle fight behind, so I don't believe the lead has changed that much. Though I will say, like, some of Sologon's like small optimizations with like movement and stuff, and even like the Malfoy fight have been apparent. Even though I don't know what's going on. Oh, that was a nice jump. And there we go. Imek revealed my boss's secrets as well. That's just red water. You know, if that's a reference to what I think it's a reference to, then damn, Cass, you're absolutely based. Alright, so Imek has made it to the red water as well. Does get the ledge grab a little bit quicker. Damn, it's crazy you can just make these jumps. I don't believe you're supposed to be able to make them, but... cool that you can. My goodness. You know, if you ever want to send your children to a school of witchcraft and wizardry, just be prepared because the health insurance is going to be expensive. Yes, 6 skips. Clean stuff. Very, very good gameplay is occurring right now. Imek makes it to one of the skips, does not get it first try, or second try, or third try. Ooh, yeah, Sologon is cruising in comparison to Imek here, who's losing even more time. Come on, Kekmek, for the purple puffs. And Imek's struggling a lot there. And there we go. Does get it eventually. Meanwhile, there's some platforming going on. Oh, does get this one a little bit quicker. Although overall, Sologon was a lot more clean in this particular area. Where's the list with all the runners in this relay? It's in my head, Mr. Twitch, okay? You're gonna have to invade that in order to... No, I'm kidding. Not even my head knows who's in this. I don't believe we have one. There's a schedule, but at the end of the day, it's not important who's running what, because the games are there, and there's some runners, and they're having fun. Yeah, Jorado doesn't have it. I'm not sure why they're not in the schedule. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, this one is Imek and Sologon. The last one was Mark versus Menno. And next one is... let me quickly check. Yeah, Surprise
It's
Runners.
gonna be
Yeah, let's go for that.
against
It's
this
Surprise
one.
Runners.
Surprise runners. Whoops, I spelled it already. Hello.
It
Hello
looks like
again.
next one is Islia and Flo.
Yay.
Welcome back, Henrik. This was very awkward without you, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, friend. Me neither. I just pretend very good.
Yeah. You do know these games a lot better than me, though, so you're gonna have to carry. I'm big sorry, my brother.
I guess I watch more.
Oh my god,
variety.
Imek is stepping in the red water!
Don't step in the red wine. That thing's dangerous for you. Source and Portuguese.
Ah, there he is. Mountain of life and energy that is PS1 Hagrid.
Our Lord and Savior.
Absolutely
Some would
fantastic.
say
You know,
Chungus, but PS1 Hagrid.
some say he's even more powerful than Chungus, and to those people, I say that is blasphemy. However, I can see, I can see where they're coming from with this. Like, dude, literally just birthed out a dragon with his hands. It's crazy, man.
He PS1 Hagrid ran, so Chungus could go.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say. He's the original one.
yeah, pretty much.
He might not be the best.
I mean, who do you think would win in like a just a 1v1? You know,
Chungus versus Hagrid.
Yeah, I feel like Chungus can take PS1 Hagrid. I don't know. It's close, man. It's close.
I think one Chungus is about 1.5 PS1 Hagrids. So I think so as well.
Yeah.
As long as two PS1 Hagrids don't team up. If PS2 Hagrid shows up, then we're fine. We can't compete against them.
For the schedule, it's exclamation mark planning. If someone wants to make like a what's it called, like a reference command to that, that has a sword in chat, feel free to. Yeah, it will be appreciated. And also, if any of the gods are listening to me, maybe adding the runners to the schedule is a good idea. I feel like Zeus heard me.
Can't be listening.
Yeah, can't be too sure because Zeus is sometimes he's weird and he just ignores everything I say. But that's just Zeus for you. But hopefully, at least Athena heard a word of two. Anyway,
if you were a young girl in ancient Greek, Zeus would hear you. Unless you are not.
God damn it. Anyway, Sologon has made it to another striking similarity to the PC games, which is the Malfoy chase. I wish I could contribute a lot more to this run because I know this run is awesome and loved by the community, but I simply don't know it well enough. And sorry, I am unprepared. I should have been
Yeah.
prepared, but
Basically, I tend to have forgotten as well the no major skips route or no major glitches or what's it called? The category? No major skips.
No major, yeah. See, I know that much.
So, but yeah, I tend to forget it because we sequence break so much in any percent. Not that I've ran it or anything. I just watch a ton of it. Yeah, I sometimes get confused. But I do believe now Solgon is going to play some Quidditch.
I see. So Imek is still like consistently like it seems as
So-
though a split behind.
McGonagall was just casually like 2 minutes before the match against Slytherin. McGonagall was just outside the Quidditch gates trying to find any Gryffindor she could to play Seeker because they apparently didn't have any. And luckily, Harold there actually was flying in a broomstick and she was like, alright, you're in. Fuck it. If you'd lost against Malfoy, it'd still be in because you have a broom.
True.
Yeah, this is a long cutscene, the setup cutscene for Quidditch. Now Harry does a loop-de-loop, and we're off.
Damn. So does
It's
Quidditch suck
basically-
in this game?
Quidditch, yeah. Yeah, no, it's not good. I think it's better than 2PC.
That's not hard. be fair.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's better than the handheld ones. Probably not as.
That's definitely not hard.
But is it better than 2GBC? Because 2GBC has the side scroller Quidditch. I like the side scroller.
Can we just
Quidditch.
agree that
It's worse than
only
3PC, yes.
the only good Quidditch is the Quidditch Renee plays. Okay, I'm not interested in anything else.
I mean, you just like when René is playing with a quaffle.
I like when Renee is playing with a lot of things, if you know what I mean.
But yeah, if you were to ask objectively, probably one PC is still the best Quidditch. Because you can actually fly
fascinating.
around the whole.
Yeah, which is
stadium.
fascinating because that's still a really shit quid.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and it's still
yeah.
really bad. In terms of spectacle, you're probably looking at HP6 PC, but that one also sucks. It's just on rails, but it has rings. It's a
Okay.
little more involved than two.
I have been asked by Mark in chat to issue another prayer to the gods.
Oh,
To our lovely host, would you kindly capitalize the letters, the first letters of the runners, as Imek has requested multiple times for the runner names to be in capital letters. Thank you
Multiple
very
times
much in
means two or
advance.
three.
Much love, the Portugal man.
you think Zeus will actually hear you this time?
I don't know, man. Like Zeus
Next
is
time-
sometimes Zeus doesn't like me. It's just Zeus. You know what I mean?
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Poor Zeus. Poor Zeus has some more things to do. He needs to impregnate all the Greek women. I mean, so Sologun is now going to another part of the story, where Snape says, Harry was gifted a book. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it's a cool book.
What
It's
was it
Quidditch
about?
Through the ages.
Uh-huh.
It's about Quidditch. It's really good. I have a physical copy of it that I
Oh,
picked up when I was
who
younger.
won?
First edition. It's a very rare European Portuguese print.
Wait, this is what they call this is one of the no major skip. And see, he gets it first try. Even I know that's impressive. That's brain skip, right?
Yeah.
That's
That's
impressive. He gets it
basically-
first try.
Yeah, Solgon is able to skip a large majority of the
Wow, he
the
set that
level.
up so quickly too.
But it's not a major skip, it's considered a minor skip, so it's allowed. Basically, Snape looks at you, he sees you have a book, he thinks, oh, books from the library.
Mhm.
Gets theft, kid. and he steals your book and casually says, I can't even teach a class because I don't have a sloth brain for classes. I need a sloth brain. Contrary to popular belief, the sloth brain isn't inside Ron's head. It's actually inside that little
My head.
alcove
Oh,
near the
okay.
elevator
Yeah,
pitch.
gotcha.
So that's what we go to find. So the brain that Solgan picked up is the brain sloth that Snape.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. Okay, let me break this down for you.
All right.
So Harry gets gifted a book. Snape steals said book.
Yeah.
And then sends Harry on an errand because he's too lazy to do his job. An errand which could possibly kill him. Also, holy crap, Imek gets that quickly as well. Damn, is that trick free or something? Because
two
from
first
what I've
tries is
seen,
insane. No,
yeah,
it's not free at all.
from what I've seen, this is actually like considered a very difficult trick. Also, to the gods of Olympus, yet another cry. The timers of the runners are
have spilled.
Screen.
They have spilled.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe reduce the size of the timer a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah.
And while you're resizing the size of the timer, one of the runners at the very least requested the I in his name to be capitalized. If you can do that.
Make first letter of both names big if possible.
Yeah, like
capitalized letters.
Gryffindor are in the lead on house points.
Imek doesn't want his name to be confused with an Apple product.
Yeah, so basically, like,
yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you,
Capitalized letters.
Zeus has heard this.
See, I told you I'm his favorite child, man. I fucking knew it.
Did you put on like hair extensions or something for Zeus to notice you?
Yeah.
Because now he thinks you're a Greek girl. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, what if I am? What if I am?
So, on Solgan's side, the sloth brain has been delivered, and it's going to be one of the ingredients for the Wiggenweld potion. And this actually unlocks the ability to create Wiggenweld potions.
What does a Wiggenweld potion do?
And drink them. What does a Wiggenweld potion do? Well, a Wiggenweld potion refills all of your health at a moment's notice.
Oh, I see.
This is in 2001 when these games came out. Only the PS1 version and the GBC version allowed you to concoct potions.
Oh, I see.
So this was pretty ahead of its time. Well, ahead of its time, the PS1.
Renee wants to be my daddy. That was not meant to go out loud. Yeah, so okay, so you went on Snape's errand. You got like the sloth brain or whatever. You went to like take it to him, and now like you're brewing potions, and now there's like a mysterious hooded figure like fucking with you or something. I don't know. This school is like weird, man.
It's definitely probably among the top 5 worst schools I've been to.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, a school in the Balkans is a tad bit more dangerous and worse, but you know, this is up there. This is definitely up there.
2 very, very quick throws. Did it work? It did. He blind threw those shrooms against the trolls.
Is that hard?
Insane. It requires very quick, precise movement.
Oh, I see. Imek is messing up his inputs there. Has Imek caught up a little? Because it looks like it.
I don't believe so. We'll check the time, I guess, after the end of Potions class. But those inputs, the game is lagging a lot when you're doing, for some reason, the potions and some other things. The game has a tendency to drop to 20 frames per second a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Which may sound like
the inputs.
Yeah, which sounds like it's a lot, but back in the day, it was very common for games to run to up to 24 frames per second.
Yeah. For example, to this day, the best rated game on Metacritic, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, ran at 20. And if you were playing a PAL copy, an European copy, because it wasn't properly optimized, it actually only ran at 17 frames per second.
Damn, fascinating.
Yeah. So we were basically all used to playing the
Ooh.
PowerPoint presentation.
Imek missed one.
Now he has
That
to wait
is
for the
that's
troll
kind
to
of
be in position.
that is kind of fatal because he's gonna lose an entire cycle here.
Yep, he has to wait for the troll to land in the proper place, which is above the grating, so it sneezes and goes through the grating. Don't ask. It's 1PS1.
Yeah. So
Doesn't
Sologon
make sense.
definitely showing a lot of their practice, which is shining through in this run. Like first try brain skip, the little ledge grab skips in the level beforehand, like the catching the first cycle with the trolls. Like they know what they're doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
It's these are, once again, we have to emphasize, these are two top runners of the game going against each other.
Yeah.
We expect good gameplay. Maybe we expected not as good gameplay because it's no reset run, but they are doing wonderfully.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. I honestly wonder how close Sologon is to their PB because I'm not noticing any mistakes. There's probably like a couple of things here and there, like missing that ring and whatnot. Maybe some movement optimization stuff, like getting into a ledge grab too late or something. But
I wish I knew, but alas, I do not.
when it
I
comes to like the big stuff, the obvious stuff, the level of
Yeah.
gameplay is like
I
honestly
believe
impressive.
they started running at the 36-minute mark, maybe less. I don't know. So we can count through there. It's only been half an hour for PS1, really?
It feels like it's been so much more.
I thought we were closer to the end. I'm probably just looking at the gameplay, and because I'm used to any percent, where this is already like halfway through the game, maybe at the start of the latter half of the game. But in any percent, no major skips. No, this is like the start of the second third, yeah. So it's probably right. Now we go to Defense Against the Dark Arts, which has also been banished to the dungeons in 1PS1.
Makes sense. I mean,
That's smart.
it's defense against the dark arts. Like, if you want to teach the children to defend themselves against the dark arts, you want to do it in a dark environment. You know
Yeah,
what
you
I
don't
mean?
put any windows
It's-
in the...
Yeah, it's not an excuse for like Crow to use like his secret dungeon to like, you know, try to kill Harry or anything.
I don't know. I like Mr. Quirrell's Dark Dank Dungeon. I mean,
I'm sure you do.
So yeah, we get to class, and here is Monsieur Quirrell with a lot of cages. I don't know what they are for because they're empty. That's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Why is this man teaching children? Also Snape, actually.
Yeah, that question can be asked about a lot of people, to be
Most
fair,
teachers.
in this universe.
I wasn't
That's
expecting those
true.
fireflies.
How many like actual good Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers did they have?
Let's see. They had a fraud. They had a guy with Voldemort in the back of his face. They had a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
They
Faker.
had a serial killer
Mhm.
in disguise. They had,
A politician, which is even worse.
yeah, they had my third grade Bulgarian teacher in HP5. They
That
had, who taught in HP6?
Snape.
Oh, Snape did. Yeah, they had
Snape.
they had a guy with emotional issues.
Yep.
And
Well,
then
well,
that's it.
hang on.
I feel like
wasn't
out of
paying
all the
attention.
above, honestly, Snape might have been the best teacher.
Imek's making quite a few mistakes. I have
Yeah.
to now steal the spotlight for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Because he fell
Mm-hmm.
during the book section. That was all. He was making quite a few mistakes which Sorgan isn't doing, so the right-hand side team might get a little advantage.
You make
Which
Yeah,
apparently is good for me and bad for you. Apparently.
I'm just gonna be real, brother. I don't think it matters.
excellent.
No. I mean,
Perfect.
Yeah, clearly, I'm gonna steal all the time back when I race HP3 against Tavin.
That was good.
yeah, definitely.
And you're gonna lose to Jamie.
Excellent.
Yes, of course.
It's hard to say that with a straight face.
Even Jamie was like, I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
To be fair, we all are.
he asked me, "Are you going to practice?" And I said no, and he said, "Lol."
That
I
is a
don't know
good
if he will
conversation.
practice.
That is a good conversation. In
Yeah.
fact, that conversation is almost as good as the ones I had with my crushes in high school. But yeah.
Same, honestly.
Yeah, I would just go up to them and be like, "So, do you like play video games?" And they'd be like, "No." And look at me
I-
as if I'm like some weirdo.
yeah.
I'm like, "Me neither."
I learned
just
from that
blatant
one
liar.
movie to ask, "Do you like jazz?"
Yeah.
That's it. I only know one good pickup line. Like the one line that has actually worked, which is,
Are you Renee? Because I want to bang you.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not that. It's not that direct. But
Okay.
it's a good
Gotcha.
one.
Yeah.
It's also laptop related. So you
Okay.
ask, "Are you the bottom of my laptop?" Because you're super hot and I'm getting nervous.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
That is
that
the
one
bottom of my-
actually worked once.
Oh,
Somehow.
damn! What a player, man.
It's the only one that I've used that has actually worked.
Did you get like the giggles and everything?
Yes.
Let's go.
And then it didn't work much past that, but at least I tried.
You know, maybe you should have tried again.
Just to repeat. Okay, let's start again. Are you the bottom of my laptop? I don't think it works quite as well the second time, but
Yeah.
that's something you can use. It's not copyrighted, so anyone can use it. Honestly, Portal, let me know if you can use it and it works. If it works, I'll give you a chocolate bar.
I mean,
next
I'll
time
try it on my girlfriend like later tonight, and
Yeah,
I'll keep you
exactly.
posted.
Let me know how it goes. If it works, I'll give you a chocolate bar.
Okay. So, what is currently going on in the dungeons?
I forgot. So
yeah, we're watching a video game.
as you were
speedrun
leaving the
race
dungeons, you
thing.
found out that the main door is locked, so you decided to try the back door. Unfortunately, someone put a jinx on the back door, a curse, that has 4 eyes circling around the door, and you need to defeat all the main eyes, which Menno is... what? Menno? What? Menno hasn't been playing in ages.
Solo gone. Yes.
Has just casted on one of those.
It's
to
okay.
get
I'm sure
rid of
Menno's playing as
all
well
4
right
of
now.
the eyes. Yeah, Menno is playing in the background.
Yeah.
I looked at chat and I got messed up. So now what Solgan is doing, he's defeated the 4 eyes, and it takes a long time to walk all the way back, but the game saves your progress at that point. So if you just death warp, you just get teleported straight to where the door is. And Lily tells you, go to Transfiguration, you fucking idiot. And then you go to Transfiguration, like a fucking idiot.
I see.
I
So
hope I made
Imek
it
is actually quite a bit behind here.
You what the yeah, Imek is... Well, Imek's been failing quite a few tricks. The cycle with the trolls, he fell down on the books to get to defense against the dark arts. It's not going particularly well.
There was also like some ledge grab skips, which he failed a couple of times after like the little Gargo part before Hagrid.
Yeah, that's also a tough one. This one you want to go around the night, as he did wonderfully. Because the knight attacks you and he bumps you out. Not good. Meanwhile, Solgan is going to a new part of the castle, which is called the Upper Castle. Yeah, very inventive name. Why do you think it's called that?
Because does it happen to be situated higher than the lower castle?
Oh my god, you're a genius. You are actually a genius.
You know, see, my mom tells me that all the time to try to make me feel good about myself, but luckily there's my dad who always like slaps me in the face and is like,
I thought he was saying that about like your mom telling you to get higher. Oh my god, Imek didn't cast on one of the eyes. He was looking at the door like, why is there an eye there? He didn't cast on one of them. Oh no. Imek skipped an eye.
Imek. Oh, now he's just mech.
Your time,
that means soft in Bulgarian. That's
Nano,
actually
your
kind of
time
funny.
save over mark as timers and games are the same. Oh, I'm getting a deja vu. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gone. Basically, your time save over mark wasn't all completely lost, but due to the technical difficulties, it was a bit. But Solgun is putting on quite the show to to recover all that time save.
Yeah, he's just. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like, Imek's ass is getting whooped right now.
Yep, basically. He skipped an eye. Why did he skip an eye?
Because
failed
he
to
likes.
cast one of them.
He likes to be mech.
There we go. Now he casted on that one. Now, does it work? Or is this game bugged?
This
No,
is
it's
quite the
gone.
big time loss because he had to do like the jump over the night again.
Yeah. He had to go. The blue eye is one of the furthest ones. So you have
Yeah.
to walk a long way to get there.
Yeah, this
Now,
is kind of
hopefully it
catastrophic. Yeah, he's shaking his head. This is pretty
this
bad.
is quite bad. In the meantime, Soulgun is currently learning a cool new spell called Aviforce.
What does it do?
What it do, it has a terrible application because it only works on very specific eagle statues, and it turns them into birds. And there's
Oh.
only 3 of them in the entire game. One of them is here, and the other 2 are in other areas of the upper castle.
Damn.
Yeah, you use the spell thrice, and then you don't do it again. It's so useless. So useless.
That's so weird. I mean, they probably wanted to do more with it, but just ran out of time or
Yeah,
something, as
probably.
was common with these games. Although
Yeah,
I do have
probably.
to say, for its age and the development process it went through, this game is actually really fucking solid.
Yeah, considering the short amount of time they had to develop these games back in this day, like, to keep in perspective, I believe the PC version is the only one we actually know how long the development was because they talked about it in interviews, and it
Yeah.
was only like 8 months, which is
Yeah.
insane turnaround time for a
I mean,
project of this size.
if you actually play the video game, it makes sense. I mean, what?
Yeah. That's true, actually. I assume the PS1 versions have also. Sorry. I assume the PS1 version also had a very short turnaround time. The 6th gen version that Eurocom was developing eventually got pushed back. They were the only ones who got permission to push it back a year. So they just turned it from a Philosopher's Stone game into a Chamber of Secrets game, and that's the game we currently have on the Xbox and GameCube. That then EA UK adapted into the PS2.
I see.
It's very complicated. But they were like the only studio that got a pass of like, yeah, we can't do it in this short amount of time because we're still developing the tools, we're still creating Hogwarts, we're still creating assets, because PS2 development, of course, took quite a bit more time than PS1 or Unreal Engine 1 for PC, or even the handheld versions, which were probably the quickest ones to churn out.
Perfect.
All right, do you see the table that Solargun is floating up in now?
Yes.
That was the 3rd application of the spell.
So you never use the spell again until the end of this video game.
Yep.
Right, so why run me down by it? Why are we chasing Peeves currently?
Oh, Peeves, we received the package, and we were about to open the package when Peeves stole it. There's a thing in this game with people stealing stuff from you, for some reason.
It's like real life high school simulator. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. This is my experience, of course.
That was good.
And now you're racing Peeves to get it back, because Peeves says if you win a race against me, you get it back. In reality, he's just trying to murder Harry. Look at where they are running.
Perfect.
He's trying to murder Harry.
Yeah, that looks dangerous. What is this? Like the supports of like Hogwarts or something?
Yes.
What was that like boomer laugh you just gave me? That was not even a joke. That was a genuine question.
No, but,
That's great.
yes, this is the. I was doing a boomer left to make it yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
These are actually the beams of Hogwarts. This is
To
like
make
the
it yes.
attic.
Okay, okay,
Well
okay.
done.
And also, oh yeah, regarding the spells in one PS1, Renee has also reminded me. There is a spell that you get that you use less than Avifos. Avifos you use 3 times in total in the whole game. Verdimilius, if you use it optimally, you use it twice. If you
I
want to
see.
go for Hundo, you also use it 3 times.
Damn. So
Yep.
do you use them more in a casual playthrough?
No. These are the only applications. Like Verdimilius
I
only
see.
has one place outside of the class where you actually use it. But if you want to get Hundo, you have to use it twice because you have to go to a special area for a bonus minigame. And if you go for any percent, you only need to use it once. It's so stupid. It's really so stupid. Imex done Avifos now, and he's going
Yeah.
for the second statue of
Oh
the game.
wow, he is so behind.
He's very, very far behind. I told
Yeah.
you we would do a pace check, but I've forgotten.
Okay.
So we'll do it after we talk to Filch. For some reason, Filch has like the highest detailed face in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's like they used like a picture of like the
The
actor
actor,
or something. Yeah. Okay. So in entering this door at 120
120.54.
Yeah, 120
Or 53,
54. Yeah.
Whatever. One of the two.
Yeah.
Let me write that in chat so I don't forget. 150, 20. No. CS.
120 54.
120, 54. I was
Yes.
already confusing it. It is in Ringa time, but in English. So now Filch gets to teleport through secret passageways that we don't get to teleport through.
Damn. Adults always getting the easier way through life.
I actually feel sorry for Filch in a way, because if you get caught in the first, in the final room of this forbidden corridor, Filch has to do his security cycle all over again from the first one.
That's so miserable.
We're just inconveniencing the guy.
Wait, so what you're telling me is if Solo Gon messes this up, Imek could potentially catch up.
Yes.
Okay. So the sneak is difficult in every iteration of HB1.
Yes.
Noted.
It is actually easy to misjudge your speed and Filch's.
Ooh, he seems to be playing it really safe here.
Now he's not watching out for Filch, but if you look carefully, you can see a cat up on that support beam next to the
People
invisibility cloak token. That's what he's avoiding. He's
Yeah.
avoiding Mrs. Norris. Now he goes to grab a key. You always need to find a key to open the door to the next area. That's the loop, the gameplay loop of this section. I love how much more detailed my explanations are for one PS1 compared to one GBC.
Oh, it's
one
different.
GBC, I'm like, they're buying shit and then they're selling stuff, and now they fight. Apparently, now he's moving. I don't know where he's going.
It's different when we actually know the game, right?
Yeah. Even though I don't run it, I know enough about it to be able to explain the games. Because I played most of these casually, at least once. One PS1 was actually the first PS1 game I've ever played.
Ooh.
Friend's PS1.
Oh, that is.
When I was like 3. I vaguely remember picking up blue beans with my father sitting right beside me.
Let's go. Damn, that is fascinating. The first game I have memories from has to have been Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Again, in my sister's lap.
Oh, that's
because she was a gamer, and so was my brother.
Solo Gun has gone through all of the sneaking section and is now at the next storybook sequence. But that's very cute. When I was growing up, we never really had any video game consoles, and we didn't have a PC even when I was born or anything. So to play video games, we had to go to other people's houses. and every
All right,
year.
sorry to
some-
interrupt. 124.09. So Imek is a whopping almost 4 minutes behind, like
Yeah,
3.5
he's
minutes.
Slightly over 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, like
That's insane.
over 3 minutes. Considering the fact, like he did start a couple of seconds late, but
Mhm.
yeah, that advantage is that is. I don't know if he can recover from this. To be honest, like you
Uh,
said, both of them are like top runners of the game.
Very, very tough. It's
Yeah.
very, very tough. But yeah, I was just the few games I was able to play until I got my Game Boy Advance when I was 5 were, and we also got a PC when I was like 6 or 7, were games that I had to play on other people's houses. So my second ever game, I remember it, was FIFA 2000 for the PS1.
I've never played a FIFA game
Ah, they're good.
in
If
my
you
life.
enjoy football, they're not too bad.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's like nowadays. I wouldn't buy like the latest one. I would wait for the next one to be released, and then the value of the previous one drops to like €5, and then you buy it.
Damn.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I need to reply to mine in the chat. Entertain the people. Entertain them.
All right. So as you can see, we have me, who is about to start chasing Harry and Ron in this giant corridor on the right. Where meanwhile, Imek making his way through the Filch's level. Just made it through the first room or the first couple of rooms, and yeah. Oh my god. Oh wow. Like, the troll is just jumping and he's... Oh my god, the troll has Chungus powers. And basically every time he lands, the torches fly in your direction.
As
That's
one
crazy.
PC Harry would say, that troll's enormous.
I think that's
really is.
Ron, I believe, but it doesn't
No,
really
no, it's
matter.
Harry actually. It's one of the Harry lines. It's one of the very few Harry lines in the game. Yeah. But
That's
because
crazy.
Harry had such a his voice in the games was very similar to Ron's.
I don't know where this troll learned the way of the Chungus, but damn, using it against Harry, that's low, brother.
Notice how sometimes he doesn't even like
jump. Yeah, he
get
just
near the torches before they fly up.
I mean,
he just uses his mind power to.
That's how Chungus works, right? Like it's in an area around him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
Yeah.
And even rocks fall from the sky.
Damn.
Rocks fall from... Oh no, it's not a wooden ceiling. I thought it was a wooden ceiling and rocks were falling from it.
This is an uncomfortably long auto-scroller.
Yeah, it has 3 phases for some reason.
Yeah, this
I
kind of
really
like
the gameplay idea, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like that it's so long because it's unnerving, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you mess up at the end, you get back to the very start if I recall correctly. So we have to do it all over again. Imex now in cutscene % mode, and Sorgon is in fighting troll %, which works very similarly to the one PC fight. You just have to cast at the things that the troll is throwing.
I can already tell you this works better than the one PC fight.
It works a bit better, and it's definitely a lot easier. But yeah, and if I recall correctly, it's also faster. I think,
it's much faster. Holy crap! Yeah.
Because with the mouse, they tend to overextend that period because you can control your pointer a lot easier than you can on the PS1. So they made it a little bit easier. But you can definitely tell, like they got for the PC and the PS1 versions, they definitely got
they had like similar ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, because they must have had like the same blueprint. Like, oh, then you have to do a troll thing, and you do a chase, and then you fight it, and you throw stuff.
Maybe they had like stuff that they had to put in, but then the in-betweens was like up to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I assume so. Like, have to have the 2 Quidditch matches between Slytherin and Ravenclaw and stuff. Yeah, I imagine some things are a bit weird. After this next Quidditch match with Sorgon, we get to see one of the key differences between the PC and the PS1 version. But I won't spoil it yet.
Alright, meanwhile, Imek is being chased by Discount Chungus.
I wouldn't say it's a very good discount considering the size of that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is powerful, but this time I'm quite confident, brother. Chungus can take that thing for sure. Chungus, good run. Chungus, good run.
Hey,
Tears to my eyes.
it brings chungy tears to my eyes.
Oh,
What on earth is falling over there?
um,
What's going on? Were you that excited by Chungus? Oh no, he's gone. Oh, okay, I need to keep you all entertained.
that's my answer.
Okay, fair enough. So basically, Solo Gun is now currently the PS1 devs do enjoy their 3-part gameplay sections. The Quidditch match is also split into 3 parts. You have the first few rings, then you have the second set where the opposition seeker finally catches up with you and you have to battle it. Then you have the third set of rings where they just go away. I don't know why. They do like to split all their gameplay sections into 3 parts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a clean way of doing it.
Yeah, 3 is the magic number. You can always memorize when people say things in 3s.
That's true.
Like live, laugh, love. I don't know why I thought about that one specifically. But PC trifecta. Easy to memorize. Do you get many people talking about duo factors? No.
I feel like we have PC trifecta mostly because, you know, after that,
Yeah, it just
the
went to
games
shit.
just...
I mean...
No, the
no,
games
they
just change, like speedrun-wise.
Not only that, but you can definitely tell that from HP4 onwards, they they wanted to cut costs. I guess. So they just decided to port.
I think that's the case
console
with
versions.
HP5. For HP5, I feel like they just ran out of money somewhere. Because there's a lot of castle and not a lot to do in that castle. HP6 has the same problem.
They prioritized the castle, and then they were like, "Oh shit, we have
all of this game, but no game in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have 6 months to come up
Which,
with
to
the
be fair,
gameplay."
all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and work with a hot take here. Hogwarts Legacy has the same problem if you think about it, because a lot of
Hogwarts Legacy, I think it's exacerbated by the fact that you aren't even in Hogwarts most of the time.
Yeah, like it.
I prefer
I feel like it. I feel like it. I feel like it got to the point where it's like, oh my god, we have all of this game, but like no game in it, and they started like filling it up with artificial content, which is like at that point that's not a game.
The Merlin trials, all
Yeah.
the XP you have to get to.
Yeah, you've played Skyrim, right?
Yep.
So you know the quest everyone hates, the stones of Baron Zia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in Hogwarts Legacy from minute
Most
one.
of Hogwarts Legacy is that.
Yeah, which it's like the most
for
annoying
all
type
the
of quest.
faults of Bethesda games, I'd rather play Starfield than play Hogwarts Legacy at the moment. If it wasn't for like the license of Harry Potter, I don't think most people would be into that game.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it's a particularly bad game. As far as Harry Potter games go,
No,
it's
it's
probably
definitely
one
not
of the
bad.
strongest. But I see what you mean. Yeah.
Have you checked out? There is one metric that I always like to use, which is when do people fall off a game?
I have not.
And if you check like achievements on Steam or trophies on PlayStation or whatever for Hogwarts Legacy, you definitely see a drop-off after you get your first few set of quests that are all outside of Hogwarts.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway,
Because
Solo
people
Guns
are
is
there
just...
to play in Hogwarts. They aren't there to play in random swamp number 3. You know?
Yeah,
I
true.
think if Hogwarts Legacy was like a game like Bully, have you played Bully?
I have not.
It basically works on a calendar system, but you also have to attend classes and you have stuff to do on the town and around school with people. If it worked like that game, I think it would work a lot better. But the fact that you get to Hogwarts first, you're so excited because you get to finally go to Hogwarts. Imek is struggling a little bit with the flight controls. But afterwards, you know, after you get to Hogwarts, you do your first set of, you get through your first day, which is a speedrun category, definitely enjoyable. You should take a look. Get through your first day, and afterwards you just get sent on these random fetch quests all around like foresty areas.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is not why I bought the game for. I bought the game for Hogwarts.
At that point, that's just what I was saying, like artificial content inflation,
Yeah,
right?
it's also,
Anyway.
it's literally generic open world artificial
Yeah.
content.
Anyway, we're getting a bit sidetracked.
yeah, sorry.
A bit more like PS1.
I forgot we're not just hanging
yeah,
out
so
in the cafe.
this is also a podcast, by the way.
So the thing that I was talking about, that's the biggest divergence between the one PS1 and one PC, is that in one PS1 you get to go to Diagon Alley, which you can
Yeah.
see the lovely cutscene over on Imek's side if you want to remove the mouse from the screen.
Yeah, so gone finished the slippery section to go ahead and collect nuts.
Nuts. They pronounce it knuts because I don't think they want to pronounce it nuts.
I think it's
basically
nuts.
Hagrid just tells you, my pet dragon is dying. I need you to go pick up your own money so you buy the ingredients I need for the antidote while I go and get drunk. That's literally what he says to you.
Yeah,
And
he
because
goes like,
you're
let me go get some
protagonist-
beers, and then he just fucks off.
Because you've been kidnapped by the guy and you're a silent protagonist, you don't complain and you go around and do it. So...
Yeah, Menno also pointed out Solgon also practiced 100% by collecting like all the gems as well and whatnot.
Not
during
all
that
the
part.
gems. He skipped a couple of on
Yeah.
purpose just so he doesn't get the cutscene where you pick up the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very smart optimization practice for the 100%
If you wish to
because it's definitely not easy, especially the sickles. Sickles I find are the most difficult ones. You'd expect it to be galleons, but I find.
Oh, this slippering looks so annoying, man.
Yeah, these floors are being waxed by that goblin there on the left side of your screen on IMX. You just gone past him.
Yeah.
And then you get to, after you get all of the papers that for some reason all the goblins just spread around the floor, you get to go into this minecart section where you control your minecart. You can turn it and spin it all around. You can lock it with X.
the cross button.
The button.
Yes, I'm aware of what. Oh, the social net. Oh, I thought
you have to
I
collect.
thought of like another website.
You have to fill that bar in the top right of your screen 3 times in order to complete the minigame. Sometimes, when you collect a lot of them in a row, it spawns these gems, and if you pick up all of the gems, you get a wizard card for each one.
A people card.
And because everything is better in 3s, you do this 3 times, 1 per each type of coin.
Yeah, bronze, silver, and gold, right? I love how I did not receive an answer.
What did you ask for?
Bronze, silver, and gold, right? Yeah. You good. Bronze, silver, and gold coin, right?
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were saying that like you were sure about it. I didn't know this was supposed to be a question.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, I'm a
the
noob.
bronze knuts, the silver sickles, and the gold galleons.
Let's go.
They
Fun
all
fact, I actually didn't know the names of these currencies until I read HP1.
Yeah, they don't really talk about it much in the movies.
Yeah.
They just suddenly spawn like talking about it.
Yeah,
As if you already
they
knew.
show Harry having a lot of money, and then they just leave it at that.
And it's all gold, like the
Yeah.
song from Smash Bros. All that glitters is gold. But you don't really get a perception of how it works. And just like British money before they finally grew wise and decided to have the current British pound system, the conversions between the monies make absolutely no sense. So it's like 11 knuts for a sickle and 17 sickles for a galleon or something? Which makes no sense. Just like all British measurements. I don't think this is a hot take. I hate imperial system. Like what's a cup? What's a foot? Makes no sense. Talk to me in grams and
Exactly.
I don't think even my fellow British people. I shouldn't say my fellow British people. I'm not British. I don't think the British
Outed?
people watching would complain about switching over to metric. I hope not. Did I just spark like a whirlpool?
I don't believe you did.
Okay, good. Okay, one British person in chat says use feet from time to time. I also use them regularly. I have to walk around places. And
Yeah,
it's hard
same.
enough. But on the whole, they use metric. Yeah, see? Metric is just good for precise measurements. If you grow up understanding the metric system, it's not complicated at all. But I understand switching can be hard.
Yeah. Alright, right now they're both riding a minecart, although two completely different parts.
We've been podcasting a little bit as well because it's a bit boring. The minecart section. Gringotts is probably the worst part of the game.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about, but still, shoutouts to these runners for like the stamina for like keeping such a calm for such a long run, and also like the consistency they've had. Obviously, like Imek with a couple of hiccups here and there, but it's a no reset in a like race setting.
Yep.
And they are in a Discord call. I don't know if they've been talking. Doesn't look like it because Solgon is.
Oh, he's muted and
Yeah.
deafened. Which, I mean, yeah, makes sense. Basically, I don't think Imek knows French and Solgon isn't in English.
Yeah, that's fair.
So they probably wouldn't have a lot of stuff to talk about. And if needed, I can see that there is a French person who speaks English in there with them. So
Yeah.
if anything goes haywire, they can translate for everyone, which is good. That's what we want to see in this event.
So what comes after the galleon section?
Well, if you've been paying attention to what I say, which is usually not the case, you know that Harry now he has to use his own money to
Yes.
go and buy the ingredients for the antidote that Hagrid needs to cure his pet dragon.
Yeah.
So he has to go into 3 different shops because everything comes in threes, and do 3 little mini games to get.
I see. So is this the part with like the peacock and stuff?
Yes, this is the part where Ollivanders goes, "Ah, my pea,"
Cock.
because you skip the cock part.
Yeah.
You always skip the cock part. Yeah, that's about it. Now Solgun is going to 3 different shops to pick up 3 different ingredients with 3 different minigames. And of course you start off with the first shop available, which is the Magic Menagerie. Basically because at the end you have to talk to Hagrid to leave, and Hagrid's in the Leaky Cauldron, so you have to start from... The optimal route is to start from closest to Gringotts to the furthest away. Oh yeah, I've been reliably informed in chat, as if I didn't know, that the PS1 games indeed don't come in threes. I know. I told you again. I said the best things come in threes, and I stand by it.
Not a fan of the PS1 games, huh?
That's why I love the GBA games. The GBA games came in 2 sets of 3. 1, 2 Quidditch World Cup, and 3, 4, and 5.
Easy.
How come there's not 3 of me? I stand by what I said.
There's only 2 commentators. Yeah, no, technically that's not true. There's more people here in the call with us.
There is, yeah, there is a person in the call with us that
Ooh,
I'm
a ghost.
unmuted. They are listening to what we say in real time, like everyone else in chat apparently. And we also have a lovely host that is here with us because she is allowing us to see what the hell is going on before you all do.
Yeah, we're cheating.
Cheating.
It's actually a strat called watching live. Oh god. Okay, Solgon is chasing a peacock.
Mhm.
So how does the peacock work? You gotta like stand on top of it or something?
Yeah, the peacock travels slightly slower than you, but it only goes through very, very specific routes, and it always stops in the same places. So if you know where the peacock is going to run to, you can get this pretty quickly. For example, now he can only escape there, now he can only run through there, and there we go. And they get 3 peacocks. 3
Feathers.
peacock feathers.
Yeah.
Because of course all good things come in 3. They also got 3 toad warts in the previous shop in the Magical Menagerie, 3 peacock feathers in the Ollivanders. Now here, in Albury something, I don't remember the name. They are only going to pick up 1 feather, but to compensate, they need to feed that middle owl 3 times.
Easy.
I swear, everything is in 3s. Everything.
Yeah. I also love how like you gotta dodge like the owls.
Yep.
They're flying around.
As long as the peanut doesn't collide with an owl.
You know, these mini games are kind of creative, actually.
Yeah, that's I admire them for this creativity. These developers were definitely good at what they did. Unfortunately, Argonaut Games is no more. They are defunct, I believe. They stopped exist. They went defunct in 2003 or 4.
Ooh, so very
something like that.
shortly after this came out, then.
But they did do quite a few very cool games for different consoles. A lot of people probably know them from making the original Star Fox game for the Super Nintendo.
Ooh.
With Nintendo themselves. But here on the PS1, they actually worked on quite a few games, including Proc. Proc's good. I like Proc.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they also make like the Emperor's New Groove?
Yes, they did. They did the Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, that is another fantastic speed game.
And they also worked with Disney again to make a weird-ass Aladdin game for the PS1. Aladdin in Someone's Revenge. Or
Nazira's Revenge? That's a fantastic game.
Yeah, that was also made by Argonaut.
That game is epic. That game's hard, man. Have you played that?
Oh, I haven't. I can't say I have.
That game, I've played it, and I only like finished it in adulthood because like as a kid I could not like for the life of me just get through that game because it has a very unique life system. It's like the Super Mario Brothers. If you like lose all your lives, you have to like start from the very beginning of the game.
do you want to know what was the last game that Argonaut worked on?
What was it?
Catwoman.
Oh, interesting.
Another licensed property. It's not a good game. Don't play it. Yeah, they were on a roll actually. They had 4 games releasing in 2004, but then the studio closed. Unfortunately. They basically had to lay off a lot of employees, and they went up for sale because they didn't have enough publishing deals and enough games on the works for the amount of people that they had at the company. Yada yada yada. Please don't do this if you are a manager of a company. You're playing with people's livelihoods.
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah.
At least we got 2 Harry Potter masterpieces.
Yeah.
I have to say I prefer the second one to the first one.
Oh really? Like that's actually an unpopular opinion, I think, because as a speed run, I feel like this one is like widely regarded as like one of the best.
Yeah, the 2PS1 definitely doesn't have a lot of tricks outside of the one where you skip from the end of the burrow level all the way to Hogwarts immediately without doing all the flying section and the fight against the Willow, and you sequence break a little bit. But a lot of people don't like 2 PS1 as much because it's more of a minigame collection that has story ties. I prefer it because of it.
Oh,
It's like playing a weird rendition of single-player Mario Party that occasionally has like a dungeon, 3D platforming stage. I don't know. I find it fun.
Yeah, that's neat. Nothing wrong with it, obviously.
Home again at
Yeah.
last. Now we'll be
So,
dragon
Polygon
to
is in the
orbit.
Forbidden Forest.
Yeah, why is it in the Forbidden Forest portal? Trick
Because
question. You probably don't know. No, try to guess.
I'm
You
glad
probably know
we
it.
wanna
isn't it because like they were out during the night and then McGonagall found them or something?
Yes, exactly. This is one of the few games. Yeah, one of the few games. I shouldn't say that. I think only one PC doesn't have that plotline.
Yeah.
And sixth gen, the sixth gen games released in 2003. But this is one of the games where you go and deliver the dragon to Charlie Weasley, so it takes it away. You don't get that gameplay section like you do in one PC, where you have to escape from Filch. But to compensate, you actually get.
Oh, Polygon just did like a clip up. That was rather fast.
That clip, you just pressure Harry against the wall and he just warps up because he doesn't have a place to stand. It's really cool. Now we get a little cutscene over on the right hand side where Harry uses the power of migraine to escape this mortal plane.
I do that all the time in real life.
Same. Which is unfortunate. In the meantime, Imek has just gotten into the Forbidden Forest. It's quite a short level, it's nothing too crazy. Has one or two places to collect beans, which you need for all the 100 red beans. And a place where you get a card, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. But, dear Portal, we are getting into the end game.
Oh no, the end game.
It's a series of trials which only the bravest and the most handsome can clear.
Is Renee still in chat?
He probably could do it.
Yeah.
I trust him to. Stolgan is received a flute, and he is people fluting to put this owl asleep, and then Hagrid just comes out and says, "I wish Fluffy was this easy to put asleep."
That's actually a really good impression.
I can't compete with Renee though. Not Renee. Finn. Finn's impression. It's still much better.
Finn's impressions are crazy, man.
Finn is a master of the arts.
I love his Gandalf. It's really good.
Yep. I can't do a Gandalf, but I can do a Saruman. One day if we stream together.
Okay.
I know exactly what's going to happen.
No spoilers. Okay.
No spoilers. I can't reveal it just yet. A good magician never reveals his tricks. But yeah, now Saruman has a flute, and Hagrid spilled the beans, so he's going over to the Forbidden Corridor.
It's fascinating because Imek is still in the forest.
Yeah. Imek has been losing time after time.
Oof.
Unfortunately.
I see you
Like,
finally.
it's hard to compete against Saruman in this one because Saruman has been very, very consistent. Outside of a couple of suboptimal movements in Quidditch and a couple of other things. But it's a really solid run for what Saruman can produce. It wouldn't surprise me if it was close to his PB.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah, like for in terms of like for races or tournaments, write that down, chat. Consistency is key. Even if you go for like safe strats, what matters most is like getting through the run with as like few mistakes as possible. So consistency is like extremely rewarded in races and stuff. which we
That
can
is
see with
why,
some-
that's why I can do all of these races no problem, because I'm consistently bad. In the meantime, we get our final house points check. We unfortunately won't get to see the final one because it's after the credits roll and
Oh,
we
I
stopped
see.
the game before that. So as we leave stuff, the points, Slytherin are in the lead. Oh no! Whatever can Gryffindor do to catch up?
Oh, that was a close
True.
shave, Harry.
Luckily, we have Dumbledore.
If it w- you've got
Yeah, we've paid him off. Uh, but yeah,
some, in fact,
He-
Oh
trouble in the
God, that
we've
dog
been
is like
reliably informed in chat that by a person who actually knows Saul Gunn's potential, that he's only got to be like 10 to 15
like a
seconds
lead
behind
this
on
week.
his PB, which
That's
is
fascinating.
insane.
yeah,
considering
insane for
Saul
like
Gunn
a
is
race
7th.
setting.
Mhm.
Like in the setting of like a no reset race, playing within 15 seconds of PB, like that's
Yeah.
a remarkable amount of
Imek
practice.
wouldn't have stood a chance unless he was able to play to his PB as well.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Also, this is like the
one
this
of
is like the
cutest-
scariest Fluffy.
Yeah, this is definitely not one of the cutest ones. It's terrifying. I remember this part specifically as well from my childhood memories, and I did not enjoy this part. My dad played it for me
Yeah.
because it's scary.
I
I don't
used
know
to be
what it
scared.
was about HP1 games, and they tend to really amp up like the dark nature and the spooky stuff for kids. I don't know why. HP2 they didn't really do that. In HP2 everything's more bright and cheerful. So different strokes for different looks.
True. I used to be scared of the Dementors in HP3 PCs, so I would have like my sister do those for me.
I didn't play 3PC until I was a lot older. But I did
Okay.
play the 6th gen one. And the GBA, but on the GBA nothing is really scary.
The 6th gen one looks so much better as a game.
The 6th gen one was the Dementors were absolutely terrifying. Because you know, have you seen like the Expecto Patronum challenge in Xbox?
I have, yes.
It's the one where you have to activate a bunch of
Yeah,
switches
Yeah,
and
I know
it
it.
doesn't meant to chasing you. That part was terrifying because you're just vibing. You're just like, okay, I need to push this. I need to push this. I need to push this. You're like, you have to be careful. You have to be quick. And then suddenly you get jump scared by the Dementor, and it's like, oh, that was awful.
I love the little
Mermaid?
the detail. No, the
Sorry.
the extra little details they added with like the screaming you can hear and like the sound effects and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
That's really cool.
I do have to say I'm more of a fan of 3 Xbox than 3 PC.
3 PC is sadly just not a good game. I have my arguments for it.
I would say that 3 PC is probably the worst of the HP3s.
Yeah, that
I don't
unfortunately.
like it in general. I prefer RPGs usually, so I'm
Yeah.
partial to 3 GBA, which I'm
Like-
going to commentate on. Yeah, 3 PC is just
The problem with
style
3
of a
PC
substance.
is it has so much potential, but unfortunately, you can really out of the trifecta. I feel like you can feel the lack of time the developers had the
Yeah.
most in HP3 because
I
that
feel
is.
like they focused way too much on style of a substance.
It also like performed the cardinal sin, which is locking the credits behind content which was already in the game. Which whenever a game does that
Collectibles
for
and stuff,
any
yeah.
reasons, yeah, whenever the game does that for any reason, that's when you know that the game is rushed because
Looking at you, Hogwarts Legacy.
Everyone?
it do be like that. But yeah, for example, you can definitely feel the development effects in HP1. Don't get me wrong, like that game is not optimized like at all. It wasn't even like tested properly. I feel like
No,
aside from like the
it has a
developers.
lot
and
of
stuff.
scotch tape in patch
Uh,
things over.
Yeah, and it also doesn't play really well, but at least it feels like a finished product, if that makes sense. Like a linear game which with a clear beginning and end whereas HP3 doesn't even have that. Like the castle, the castle secrets and like collectibles in HP3 are really well done, but you can feel that like the artificial content inflation even through like the purchasing of the cards and stuff instead of like hiding them like in HP2.
And to me the main thing was because I played 6th gen and GBA before I played PC. When I got to PC, I was really miffed because you couldn't change the characters, like willingly. The only times you could play as Ron were in his spell challenges, nowhere else. The only times you could play as Hermione was in
also Ron is like
challenges
notably Ron is like notably missing from like half of the game as well. So like here's the thing, they definitely intended that to be a mechanic because there's no way they didn't, right? Like it's such an obvious one.
But at the same time, if they allowed you to switch characters and they hid a lot more secrets in the castle that requires you to switch characters.
Yeah, that's like my biggest problem. In comparison to HP1 and 2, the HP3 secrets are really bland because you can only really use the spells that like every character has instead of like the unique ones.
One of the reasons why I absolutely love the spell challenges in 6th gen. Because outside of Expecto Patronum, which is just a Harry challenge, the other ones you also have access to all 3 of them, and you have to use them in creative ways.
Yeah, anyway, chess is being played by Sologon, whereas Imek is catching the key.
You think chess has finished, but no.
There is more chess.
Do you remember the rule of the PS1 games? Tell me the rule, Portal.
3 is good.
Yeah. All the best things come in 3s. There are 3 chessboards. For some reason. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I
love how much that bugs you.
Oh no, it's just I understand liking things to be in 3s, but at the same time,
when it's everything, it's like gets a little over the top. Like especially with chess, it makes no sense for it to be 3.
Just have one. What you mean? Ron started with the furthest board, defeated some of the pieces, and said, "Alright, peace out. I'm going to the other 2 to defeat some of the pieces there." Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
At least in the PC one, it makes sense.
True.
Rant over. It's fine. I'm not angry at a 23-year-old game.
He's not angry, Chad. He's just disappointed.
Not angry. I'm just quite drunk.
Oh, isn't it early? Like, not even I go that hardcore,
No,
brother.
I haven't drunk at all, don't worry. I actually am a normal individual.
Yeah, for once I'm not drunk during an event. Maybe tomorrow when I play my game, but...
I don't drink before afternoon. Or before lunch. At lunch you can drink, of course.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of glasses of red wine have never hurt anyone.
Brother, that is a problem in development.
No.
Yeah, we're fine.
Honestly, I rarely drink alcohol.
We're fine.
I don't like to be drunk in general.
Sure.
Anyway, Sologon has finally defeated chessboard number 3 as Imek is going towards chessboard number 1.
Did he catch up? No, this takes forever, right? Yeah.
We actually have a lot of more challenges than you get
it's the part from the book that was skipped in the movie.
This is the part of the book that not even one PC decided to keep in. But one GBC, you just see it knocked down and you move past it, just like in the book.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be asleep in the book, right? It's supposed to just be asleep in the book, right? So they never really gauge.
Snape put it to sleep.
Yeah.
But here it's actually a sneaking section because, to quote Hermione, the troll is still groggy.
Oh, I see.
I love groggy as a word.
It's a great
British
word.
people and their words, man.
We actually have it in Bulgarian as well. We use it a lot.
Groggy.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we say it like Balkan blood, groggy, but you know.
It's a proper Balkan.
Yeah, you need to like add like a drunk energy to it, like just Balkan, Giga Chadness, groggy.
Groggy.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty good.
I'm learning Bulgarian. Look at
Easy.
But yeah. We also have that thing where a lot of people who don't know Portuguese say we sound like drunk Russians speaking Spanish.
Drunk Russian speaking Spanish. That is incredibly like specific, man.
Yep. I've heard it from a lot more than one people. I've heard
Damn.
it from a lot of people, and honestly.
Okay, knowing a bunch of Russians myself and actually, having a decent understanding of the language, you sound
We have
nothing like them.
one in the community who is quite active.
Yeah, we have a couple. One really active one, that's true.
Who plays Hogwarts Legacy, the game we've been ditching, so maybe he won't be our friend anymore. Now, that was the famous game of find the murderer in the cup. Solgon picked right, and he found the murderer, who has the potion.
Why would you
but
pick
almost
right?
progressed. Yeah, why wouldn't you pick left? But yeah, the knight has the potion that you have to drink in order to go through the flames, just like in the book.
Yeah.
If you don't remember the famous murderer in the book, you didn't read the proper version. You probably read some off-brand translation.
Bootleg version.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, do you remember like the little pawn Snape left behind for like the potion clue?
Mm-hmm.
That completely ruins his character for me. That is like so out of character. I recognize that it's a children's book. Yeah, but that one is like so weird. Holy crap.
I definitely don't see Snape going into a slam poetry.
Yeah, like it literally gives like not even Disney villain vibes. It's just immature, man.
It's just
I love
dumb.
it. Also, if
Should've
it's a
just
riddle
left
that
off.
even a child can solve, then I don't know, man. Like Snape is supposed to be a genius. I doubt that's like how easy he would go. But
when I read that part in the book the first time, I actually stopped and I was like, "All right, I'll figure it out." And I couldn't because I was a dumb kid.
Wait, hold on. Let me actually pick it up and read it. I have a physical copy. While
In the meantime,
Solomon
is I also bought the books in English. I have it in English and I have a lot of first editions in Portuguese. In the meantime, Solgon is currently fighting a gigantic knight that Snape has conjured onto the battlefield. It's quite an easy boss fight. Just need to run around and trigger its attacks, and when it stops still, you can just castle it. And now, Snape is going to be unmasked. Oh wait, that's not Snape. That's the guy who taught us the Verdimillious spell. Oh no! What do you mean Snape's not evil? I mean, he is, but he's not the bad guy of this version. Oh no! That is... Wow! I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this plot twist from this 27-year-old book. I definitely didn't. That's the guy who taught the spell to defeat him. He actually didn't in this one. He didn't teach Flipendo. Flipendo was taught by Nearly Headless Nick in this version. It's quite cool. But yeah, a shocking revelation, honestly. I definitely didn't expect this. But now, Solgon is doing a little trick, which is, if you look that way while you're standing near the mirror, you can cast multiple times on that pillar where Voldemort is, because it never despawns. And then you get to the second phase of the boss fight. Of course, as all things work better in threes, this boss fight has 3 phases. This is the second one. Now he casts this magical projectile, which is almost an insta-kill, or maybe it is an insta-kill. I think it's an insta-kill. It is... Oh, cast redeemed avoir. Thank you. I will drink, actually. I am in need. Of course, I isn't here because I have to talk a lot. Alright. Thank you, Cass. In the meantime, Solgan is fighting away with good old Voldy Quirrell, and Imek is getting into very low health territory against the Knights of Hogwarts. Hoggy, Warty, Hogwarts. I don't remember how that poem goes in English. But yeah, I feel like Portal's been gone for a long time, and he's going to miss out on the final fight against Voldy now. Solgan is going into phase 3. He's
Alright, this took
a long
forever.
time ahead.
Prepare to spam
We
for
are
energy, everyone.
currently- Look at your screen before you read the poem, because Solgan is about to finish.
Yeah.
It's currently 4
For
energy.
energy, let's go. Spam it,
In
chat.
the third phase of the boss fights, because all good things come in threes. We have
Yeah.
a 4 energy pyramid. We have everything going our way. 4 energy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say
energy.
it. This part is incredibly sus.
This boss
The
is very
developers
Monk
knew what they
TOS.
were doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and
This
say
is
that.
very Monk at TOS, yes.
Alright,
there we go,
and that's
Solgan.
time, right? That's time,
We've
right?
done it. Yes, the run
Okay.
is over.
Okay. Transition!
Solgan. And now we need to transition very, very quickly to HP1 6th gen. Flo needs to start playing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Flo!
I'm in the Flo's team. Okay, this is good. Oh no, Flo is only playing this one. Oh no, Flo is on your team and the rest of them. No.
Wait, this has to be Islia then, right?
No, I don't think so.
Flo is replacing Solar on the right hand side, but we are having a few tech problems. Basically,
Oh, okay.
blame Awesome, the remote screen sharing software. It's shite.
Okay, well, while that is going on, GG's to Sologon for delivering an amazing performance of HP1 for the PS1, getting well ahead of Imek, who is a really, really good runner as well. But yeah, 4 energy almost coming up.